Hello, I'm Angie. I'm going to be doing your weekly reading. I'm going to pull 3 cards and clarify as much as we have to. In the event we don't see your partner's energy, we will pull 3 cards at the end of the reading and find out what's going on there. And also the event that you happily choose to be single, we will pull 3 cards and see what's coming on down the pike. Speaking of down the pike, on our left, we have our Deviant Moon corner. 3 cards are going to be a bonus from Spirit as to what we really need to be paying attention to, focus. Maybe we have an additional need to forgive ourselves for not knowing any better or even getting in our own way. We'll do all of that, okay? Speaking of all of this, we know that there are millions of our sign all over the world. And as humans, we go through similar things at different times. So we do support here. Feel free to swap the energies as well, okay? Take what resonates, leave what does not. Enjoy a reading. Let's get started with Sag. Let's get started with Sag. I had Leo on the brain, but for some reason I want to do Sag. Ooh, look at that. Coming out spicy. And, oh, again. Oh my God. Okay, what's going on? Somebody wants to talk. First card out for you, Sag. Judgment. Second card for you, dear. Yes, second card for you, dear. Somebody's made their final decision. Knight of Cups. Judgment, Knight of Cups. Judgment, Knight of Cups. I wonder if somebody's extending an olive branch. Perhaps it's you. Let's see. Judgment, Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. So you got 2 action cards. It seems like there might have been some, dragging of the feet when it came to sort of repairing this connection. I think we're going to make strides this week. These next 7 days, I think we're going to make some good strides in repairing the connection. That doesn't mean we're going to move forward together. That means we can, agree to disagree. We can mend fences, lay down the anger. But then again, we might decide, yeah, we're going to do all that, but we're going to also part ways amicably. Let's see which direction this goes for you, Sag. Clarifying the Judgment card. Judgment is clarified for Sag by the Page of Swords. Info, talking. Pages are, conversational cards. Okay? So these are some facts coming to light. You might also do some realization of your own. You might come across some information which you didn't have before. Clarifying the Knight of Cups. Interesting, you got both Knights here. Knights are action cards. One is, emotional based, energy based. Well, they're all energy based, but this is majorly energetically based. And then you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which applies to practical means, your everyday tangible living situation. However, it's slow coming. So it could be an investment to go further with a relationship here, because this Knight is definitely a relationship status. It's in an environment in which you care about one another. Okay, and that mixed into the Knight of Pentacles. For some of you, it could be like a working environment to where you're working in like a hospital or a medical facility, some sort of medical care facility as well. Okay, you might feel like it's time for you to branch out on your own. But for some of you, this conversation is coming. This next 7 days, a decision is going to be made. Clarifying the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is clarified by the 7 of Swords. This thing wanted to come out so bad when I was shuffling. 7 of Swords. We got Page of Swords and the 7 of Swords. I just had a feeling that somebody's getting some sorts of results, or they have results, could be holding back on sharing the results with you. Let's see. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. Sometimes people do that. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. King of Swords. Page of Swords. Seven of Swords. King of Swords. So like I said in the beginning, for those of you in a relationship where there's been static for way too long, we might have, or one side of you is coming to a decision of, you know what, let me lay down these swords and the anger, and let's figure out a way that we can move forward, probably in a separate direction. There is a strong storyline here that some results are coming in about some sort of underlying illness here. This person feels like they have whatever the hell it is, but they're keeping it inside. They're not verbalizing it at this time. They're going to wait for the actual, let's say, professional, physician, whoever, to make and deliver that diagnosis. I'm sorry to have to deliver it that way as well. But somebody knows something. And like that's what I was saying when I was shuffling. Like people that are, most of the time it's like family members and stuff like that. They'll keep an illness to themselves, not wanting to worry the family and this and that until it's at a point where something has progressed. You know, here's the Knight of Pentacles. This was a slow progression at that, to where they have to say something. Clarifying the Judgment card further, right next to the Page of Swords. Clarifying the Judgment card right next to the Page of Swords. Ace of Wands. Clarifying the Knight of Cups right next to the Seven of Swords. Knight of Pentacles again. Somebody's really going into another direction. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles right next to the King of Swords. And that's clarified by the Page of freaking Cups. This person is coming with the news. This is a freaking doctor. I feel like I am really just going to I'm just going to say it. There's no way I can get around it. There's like, if you don't know what the hell it is, it feels like there's some sort of tumor that's going to be found. There's a growth that's going to be found. I'm sorry. There's a growth that's going to be found, and it needs to be removed. It's been there for a while. It's been bothersome. This person has been keeping this internal illness or whatever to themselves, but it's to the point where they can't continue on the way that they have been. They've gone to get it looked at, and the next 7 days will be the information will be given to them by this professional. They will be having this conversation with this professional. Okay, for those of you who are relationship based, there is going to be conversation about moving forward. Are we going to renew this or not? There's been too much water under the bridge. One person does not want to continue. They do want to go ahead and file papers. Okay, they are not going to be going forward and mending this relationship. No, they will not. One other side of this relationship obviously doesn't mind putting the work in. The other side does not. Clarifying the Judgment further right next to the Ace of Wands. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, so sorry about those people that are undergoing medical diagnoses. Clarifying the Judgment card right next to the Ace of Wands. Oh, I'm not taking that. I don't even know what that was. All right. And new people, it has to come out my hands, right? Always worth it. And that's clarified by the Fool. Somebody is offering a new, direction, a new lease on life. We want to talk about doing this again. This illness, this thing could be a high-risk pregnancy. as well. This could be a high-risk pregnancy, okay? Or you're going to find out that both of you are having or going to have a high-risk pregnancy. Somebody's going to be bed rest or something, but they know about it. They know something isn't right. They've been knew something wasn't right. Let's clarify further. I'm going to have to clarify until the cows come home on this one, because I feel like there's something medical going on here. Clarifying the Knight of Cups right next to the Knight of Pentacles. 2 Knight of Pentacles here. Ace of Cups. Got Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands with these Knights. An opportunity to begin again. This is definitely a relationship. One half of this relationship, somebody's not game. They're not wanting to move forward. They're wanting to together. They're wanting to move forward separately. Clarifying the Knight of Pentacles right next to Page of Cups. And that's clarified by the 5 of freaking Pentacles. This person is delivering news. And it's not bad news. I feel like this is medical, and I feel like this is a high-risk pregnancy. There is some sort of needing to take a knee. There is going to be some sort of having to be slow it down, bedridden, that type of deal. You know, maybe you are used to hustle and bustle, very energetic lifestyle, and you're going to have to bring it down to a crawl for these next 4 or 5 months or what have you. Yeah. This information is going to come by way of a professional. And the news is not going to be terrible. You don't have 0 pentacles, you have 5 pentacles, and your usual independent doing things and putting things in order and getting stuff done is going to be slowed down significantly. I do feel like y'all might have been here in this predicament before. If you were trying to conceive, here with this Page of Swords, Ace of Wands, and this new life of the Fool, this is something that we're catching early. I'm going to clarify further the 7 of Swords. I wonder if like one half knew that they were high risk or had problems conceiving or something like that. It could be the male that's having the issues with maybe a low sperm count or something like that. I have never in my entire career of reading. This is so specific, and I am not even wavering. Like, it's so true in my mind. I can see it, feel it. This person might feel like, you know, it's them with the low sperm count. I think we've been going in the wrong direction with thinking it was, you know, the female energy here, when it's in actuality the male with the low sperm count. Let's clarify the 7 of Swords for Sagittarius. But you guys, it looks like you'll have it fixed. You know, whichever direction it's going in, it will be mended. We will be on the right course of treatment and action here. Let's see. 3 cards for the 7 of Swords. Thank you, Spirit. Knight of Cups again. So it is the freaking male energy. 3 of Swords. What in the hell did I tell you? This isn't, oh yeah, they're breaking my heart. No, this is what we're talking about here. We're finding out that, and most of the time, and I've just recalled my friends that were having fertility issues, is they'll test both partners and see what's going on. 3rd card, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, you had problem, you know, a difficult time. I won't say problem. We've had a difficult time conceiving this new family unit, Ace of Pentacles. You know, and for the other storyline, this is the person that's not wanting to go forward together anymore. Absolutely not. Let me pull a card here for the Fool. No, actually the Page of Swords. The Fool's the result, is the child. It's what we're going for. It's the redoing, taking a chance on one another. If it's the relationship, people, you know. Page of Swords, what are we talking about here? The World, see, got that half and half energy. Queen of Cups. Two of Swords, undecided. Somebody is deciding, is going to actually make a decision where they were having a tough time before to not proceed and move forward. To not proceed and move forward together. There's been static for one reason or another, and somebody's very agreeable, interested in ending this legal union, getting lawyers and parting ways, dividing of assets, so on and so forth. So, wow, either way, it's quite heavy, you know, if it's the illness or pregnancy or people that are deciding to not move forward together. Okay? It's quite heavy. However, we're coming to a decision. We're getting those results. We're getting that diagnosis. So there is an answer coming at the end of this week. Either way. So let's take a look at the Deviant Moon corner. The Lovers. 9 of Swords. Ace of Wands. It still applies to both. And like I said, you know, here we're speaking to millions of people and everyone is legitly capable of experiencing these actually 3 storylines right here. You know, what is the product of what we've been trying to achieve and accomplish together? If we're trying to achieve this new life of having a child, you know, why aren't we able to do this if we're having difficulty? On the other hand, if you are the people that are deciding to go their separate ways and not, we have the offer putting out there, having the discussion with the lovers. One person is worried they will be able to feel that the other person is not being as what do I want to say, you know, just all in, their energy is off. And then the other person is also like, I don't want to be pressured into renewing something that I don't want to renew. So very, very interesting reading here. I think there's a lot going on with Sagittarians worldwide. I think that there's major shifts occurring here. But at the end of this week, one thing they all have in common is they all have results. There's results with the Ace of Wands and the Fool. Something is beginning, whether or not you are going together toward or apart. Whether or not we're starting a treatment plan or we're going into, you know, something a little bit more aggressive. You know, whether or not we're unknowing that we have to be bedridden for the next whatever, and then finding our course of action over there. So good news is there is results coming at the end of the week. All right, Sag. Interesting reading. Never had something like this before. All right, guys. Thank you so much for letting me share. I'll see you later.